Yo, what is up guys and welcome back to the brand new video. I know, I said in the last video I was going to daily upload, but things happen for a reason. So that's why starting today, I will daily upload, okay? Promise my heart, cross it, I don't know, do all that stuff. So Danny Duncan was always known to have a squeaky clean image on the YouTube platform. But about a year ago, he got exposed by the Sunhead Kid. He was one of Danny Duncan's friends and he would appear a lot in Danny Duncan's videos. But I felt like he was more of a punching bag in those videos than a friend to Danny Duncan. You know, he was the center of a lot of Danny's jokes, and Danny would make him do a lot of humiliating things on camera, sometimes for money, because he knew he needed it. Even the audience who was watching was making fun of him. Like, geez, this guy could not catch a break. And I guess he thought that too, and had enough of Danny Duncan making fun of him, making him do humiliating things on camera. So he released a now deleted video, exposing the truth about Danny Duncan, and who he really was behind the camera. And like I said before, Danny Duncan has such a squeaky clean image, that this shocked a lot of people on the internet. In the 20-minute video, Aaron states that Danny Duncan was an abusive boss and claims that he was homeless in LA. He worked with Danny and other LA content creators a couple of times until Danny offered him a full-time position to work with him. Well, right off the bat, Danny Duncan made him unfollow anybody who was famous on social media that could potentially make him become bigger, and made him sign a 10-year contract, which obviously he was desperate at the time, so of course he's going to sign it. I don't know about you guys, but to me, making someone sign a 10-year contract is very scummy. Like, I don't understand why you want someone to sign a contract unless you want to control them and make as much profit out of them as possible. He literally states in the video that he didn't feel comfortable doing the things that Danny made him do, but says he has to, because anything's better than being homeless.
He had me unfollow all of them, which to me was really weird, and I didn't like it, but I was kind of like, crap, I'm with Danny right now, he's not going to help me if I don't do what he says. And that's what I felt right there.
He also said that Danny Duncan could beat on him whenever he wanted to, was the butt of every single joke, off camera and on. And even at one point, Danny pulled a knife on him.
All I saw was a big flash, like a big light, and he's just punching at me twice. He's just like, bam, bam. And then there was other people downstairs, and at the time, like, what is going on? Did anyone just see me just get, like, I just got punched multiple times for no reason. No one said anything. Then he said, stop talking, and he wanted to hit me with the board. Then said, I wish I could kill him. I asked him for a favor, next thing you know, he put a knife right to my throat. I was very confused right there. I was scared for my life right there. On a lot of a chokehold, there's a lot of hitting, and I couldn't do nothing about it, I felt like. It wasn't a friendship anymore. I was scared of this dude. The reason why I stuck around also, guys, I didn't want to be some wimp. But I also was scared. I also had nowhere else to go.
It seems like he experienced a lot of trauma while living with Danny. Jamari put it best, but he's acting like a edgy 16-year-old than an actual boss. After that video was released, the internet went absolutely crazy. People would comment things like, I always had a bad feeling about Danny Duncan, and I feel bad for Sunhead Kid. Then Danny Duncan began losing many subscribers and followers across the social media pages. So he decided to release his own response video. And let's just say bro and cancel himself. Because I think the whole response video was done super well, because he didn't take it too seriously, but he kind of did, if you know what I mean. But there's still a lot of gray areas and unanswered questions. So one of the first major things that Danny Duncan was accused of was punching and kicking the Sunflower Hat Kid. It seemed like they were just constantly horseplaying in the house a lot, like they were little children. Danny Duncan said that's what he was used to, and I do believe that Aaron felt that he was being targeted and bullied while Danny was doing this, but he never expressed his feelings to him. So how was Danny supposed to know? But who knows, Danny could literally have been beating the crap out of him. But in the video, Danny reveals a secret recording of the last time they ever met to discuss YouTube. And it's pretty clear that the Sunhead Kid is desperate for views and fame, and wants more time in Danny Duncan's videos. And he feels like his YouTube career is not going the way he wanted to go, and he'll do pretty much anything to get these things. So yeah, the audio proved that Aaron was just a clout chaser. But if you guys want a deeper video on Danny's response, Jamari made a pretty good video about it, so I recommend go watching that. But then Danny Duncan explains why he made Aaron unfollow all those content creators. Because he said that he didn't want him collaborating with his competition. Okay, so, but how's it gonna affect you? I think like collaborating with other people will give you more clout. So I think that point's pretty dumb. He also denied pulling a knife on Aaron. But obviously someone would deny that. But you're probably asking yourself, why are you telling me about this? This happened a year ago. Because Danny Duncan is definitely not telling the full story of what happens between them. Because I still find it pretty strange that when Gideon reacted to Danny Duncan's response video, that Danny's joined the live stream and DM'd him on Instagram, you know, being all nice to him, asking him to send him free merch. Probably so Gideon feels pressured to be nice back to him and takes Danny's side. I thought he was a competition, Danny. But there's still a side of the story that not many people know about, and he never responded to.
On the line, we have Eva, who uploaded this video last night to YouTube, The Truth About Danny Duncan, where she goes into details about a relationship she started with Danny Duncan when she was 14 and he was 24.
So as you guys heard from Keemstar, Danny Duncan allegedly dated a 14-year-old when he was 20. There was also 2 other victims who said they dated Danny Duncan when they were 17. But even though there's a lot of pictures and evidence, he could still be innocent. And even though it's been like a year, there's still no cardhold evidence that he was messaging these girls. You know, there's no video calls of him admitting his crimes. They all have different stories about Danny, but said that Danny reached out to them when they were underage and was receiving and sending explicit messages back and forth. And this led to them meeting up with Danny in person at least one time with physical contact.
And I guess he went through my pictures, found my Snapchat, added me, and immediately sent me a snap, which I thought was like, I don't know, I really thought he was trolling.
So you start talking to him on Snap, how long until it's,
Maybe for a week or 2 before he started asking for pictures and sending some himself.
Okay, the first 2 victims don't have, a lot of hard-cold evidence. There's no pictures of Danny we haven't seen before. So, they could be lying. But the 3rd victim was the most believable and has the most evidence. It's just pictures of Danny kissing her at the beach and says that they met and dated all when she was 17 and Danny was 23. She also states that this happened in California, where the age of consent is 18. Not only this is true, it's very weird and at least illegal. Her evidence is pretty much all these pictures with Danny when they were on vacation. I think these images pretty much show that at least they were dating. But to put in perspective how weird this is, he would be literally dating a junior in high school. Well, he's been out of high school for at least 7 years. I don't know about you guys, but that is just extremely weird to me. But these girls could all be lying because there's no text messages of Danny asking for nude. And the only evidence there ever is pictures of Danny kissing the alleged 17-year-old. But who knows, she could have been at least 18 or older in those pictures. We really don't know. And the only DMs there ever is of Danny telling the 17-year-old that he could be put in jail after the alleged 17-year-old asked him to sign her bra. I do find it very strange that after a year, Danny still has to come out with responsibility about it. Maybe he doesn't want to give the situation more attention in hopes that it will die down. But still, if people are lying on my name, wouldn't you want to prove them wrong? And you did it with the Sun Hat kid, but why not them? Maybe you know what they're saying is true. And making a response would just dig yourself in a deeper hole. But regardless, people would forget about this, and everything would pretty much go back to normal with Danny's channel. And he even was nicer in the video, but the characters in the Danny Duncan universe making more of the stupid decisions on their own. But I also do find it pretty strange that the truth about Danny Duncan and my truth about Danny Duncan are both deleted, including their channels. Did Danny Duncan pay them to delete these videos? He is pretty powerful with a net worth of 150 million. So it could be possible. Or did they delete the videos themselves after being countlessly harassed by Danny Duncan's fans? I guess we will never know.